Today's episode of Chat and Chew is sponsored by Be Positive Productions and Multimedia Studios, LLC. I like to think of imagination as something akin to a superpower. Used in the right context for good, it can help bolster our aspirations and propel us closer to our goals. We visualize the outcome of our accomplishments and work toward attaining said thing. However, when used to propagate untruths, reality can become distorted. We no longer know what's real and what's not. The more often we repeat something to ourselves, the more likely it is to become our truth, and the lines between perception and reality begin to blur. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap.
Nationwide, more than 20 million children live in a home without a father. We want to change this. We are Fathers Forever, a North Carolina nonprofit promoting responsible fatherhood. We help incarcerated fathers return back into society. We offer 90-day transitional housing, a comprehensive training program, and job opportunities. Visit our website to learn more, afatherforever.com.
As you say,
we are live.
Yep.
What I used to say?
Live. That's what you say.
Yeah.
We are live. Phone is on silent.
Yes. Phone is on silent. We are live. Once again, this Thursday afternoon, September the 15th.
September 15th,
2022.
Yes.
We are live and well, James.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're giving time, our guys and gals, our viewers, some chance to log in and catch up with us. So we always do a little chit chat before we get started.
Yes.
But we certainly want you to join us and absolutely share the screen. Share this link with your friends and family members. It's something in it for everyone. We try to do that. We don't want to be totally exclusive about our content. And in the near future, we're going to be expanding more. So
yes,
just bear with us, though. We're still rookies, but a little more seasoned than we were.
Yes.
And we're getting there. So how have you been, Glen?
I've been good. I've been fine. I've been well.
Good.
Busy, but busy is good. Mm-hmm. Making a lot of progress in getting our two houses set up. That's really been good. Like moving furniture and dealing with the powers that be and everything, getting everything in order to get the licensures and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's been good. We are busy and
cool.
Yeah, we also just want our viewers and our guests to let us know what they think about the time change. Is it working better? What do you think? Your feedback about that? We went from 2:00 in the afternoon to now 8:00 at night on Thursday night. So we want to get some feedback.
Absolutely.
And find out if this is a good move, how you feel about it, and so that's what we want to get your feedback on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's certainly something we want, and even for today, we encourage our viewers to communicate with us by placing something in the chat.
Yes.
And we will certainly give some accolades your way, as well as when the time is right, we will we might have some comments we want your input on. So we're going to make this more interactive, and just want our viewers to feel a part of this broadcast.
Yes.
Again, share the link. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like our page. Share the link with your friends. If you're on YouTube, we want you to subscribe to our channel, as well as click the bell for the notifications of when we're on. And again, we're on every Thursday at
8:00.
8:05. So we're trying to give everyone a chance to have dinner, play with the kids, do the homework, and hopefully they'll settle down a little bit, and
Yes.
we can get everybody on board, and the kids can go take a nap, get ready for school.
Yes, yes.
The next day. But yeah, that's where we are. That's what we're doing. So I just would like to let the viewers know we had a wonderful graduation. We saw that some of our viewers were a part of that.
Yes, so we want to thank you for coming in and joining us. We didn't want to be too long,
right?
But we really had a good time, and the guys
we did
really graduated and getting on with the rest of their lives and spending time with their kids, and it was a wonderful accomplishment. Mm-hmm. We had food afterwards, and so.
Yeah, my hat's off to the chef.
Yes.
That was some good food.
Yeah, this was our 17th graduation.
Yes.
We had a little delay before COVID. During COVID, we didn't have graduation, obviously. Mm-hmm. But we're back now on it. Actually, we had two, James. We had some guys who graduated we go to prison. I mean, go to the jail now.
Yes.
Wake County. So we had some guys who graduated the Tuesday before last of that class.
Right.
On Tuesday, they graduated.
I think that was the 6th of September.
Yes.
Yeah, we had 5 young men.
5 young men who came to the classes in prison. Mm-hmm. And so they graduated last week, and then Monday night we had the graduation of the guys in person.
Yes.
So it was
a good month for
our graduation. Yeah, so we want to pick up the pace and get more guys to graduate and get involved in more prisons. So we really want to talk more about that, about the book and all that good stuff that we want to bring into it. But leading up to that, we really trying to really focus. We're in the child support court as well as we also now have an open door to 1,500 prisons that we can send the book to, which is I'm very super excited about that. That's at a distance. And so you'll be hearing more about that coming up. Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, we certainly want our viewers to put something in the chat and say hello at anything. We're not going to blast you, but please comment. Let us know you're there. But if you can hold for a moment, we have a message from our founder. I want you to check this out.
This is Glen Warren, founder and executive director of Fathers Forever. I want to share an alarming reality with you. 627,000 fathers are incarcerated that have kids under 18. Now, there are 56,000 moms incarcerated who have kids under 18. The reality is there are so many more fathers incarcerated than moms. This is why I Am a Father Forever book exists. Now, I need your help. I am inviting you to help us get this book into as many fathers incarcerated as possible. Here's how it works. For your donation of $22, we will provide a book to an incarcerated father. Thank you in advance for helping Fathers Forever heal fathers and save families.
Dr. Warren, I like that guy.
Yeah, all right sometimes.
He's very articulate in getting this message out, and it's good. We got a whole lot of stories we could probably tell. We're not going to delve into that tonight, but about dads at a distance.
Yes.
But it's a very good cause that we're working towards, and we're happy to be a part of this and carrying this message forward.
Yes.
So tonight we've got an interesting subject,
and
the title of it is goal setting.
Yes.
Now, some of our viewers might say, "Well, how is that interesting?" or "How is that pertinent for today?" But really, goal setting is more than just a New Year's thing.
Right.
It's more than just saying, I think I'll do this, I'll do that. It's actually a way of life.
Yes.
And we have to be a part of that. And in order to do that, you have to write some things down.
Right.
Yes. So, Dr. Glen, what would you like to say about
goal
setting?
Goal setting, we set goals every day, all day. Small goals, like, if I want to get a cup of coffee, my goal is to get a cup of coffee.
Right, right.
So now I got to put things in place to get a cup of coffee. Some people call that journey maps. And we understand that. If I want a cup of coffee, well, the first thing I got to do is find out what I want the cup of coffee from. Do I want Starbucks? Do I want 7-Eleven coffee? Do I want Hardee's coffee? Do I want McDonald's? So once I choose, if I choose I want Starbucks, well, then I got to figure out now how I'm going to get it.
Right, right.
And then how am I going to get it? I mean, I got to get in my car and drive there to get it.
True.
I walk there. I got to choose the transportation. Then I got to choose how I'm gonna pay for it. So you can't. So you got to, choose I want coffee.
Right.
I got to choose how I'm going to get there to get it.
Right.
Then how I'm going to pay for it.
Right.
So there's a journey map that we do every day on a very small scale. That we set a goal of getting a cup of coffee, and then we walk it out and go get the cup of coffee. Right. Well, life is a bunch of journey maps as well.
Sure.
And we have to set the goal, to make sure, if I want to, we can get into some of goal setting. What did that look like? And we have to set those goals and start working towards them.
You and I were talking earlier about what does it take to build a house. There are millions and millions of houses that have been built, and there's thousands that are being built.
Yes.
But before those houses became an actual, tangible, physical thing, it started in somebody's head.
Yes. So actually, we said things are created 2 times.
Okay.
Once on a blueprint, like a building. This building we in now.
Right.
Most people say it was created 2 times. Once in a blueprint.
Right.
And then once the brick and mortar. But actually, this building was created 3 times.
Yeah, I was getting ready to beg to differ.
Yes.
Say, 3
because
times.
the first time it's in your head.
Yes.
This is what I want the building to look like. You got to thought in your head. Then you take that to an architect.
The architect.
And he draw out on a blueprint what this building is going to look like.
True.
Then you take that blueprint to a builder.
Right.
And he actually builds it.
Yes.
So so your goal was created pretty much 3 times. But you also have to write down
the steps
in order to do it.
Right.
And we think, James, I could get spiritual with this. We think goal setting and that stuff came in the 21st century.
Right.
We just came up with some brilliant,
he's so smart.
So smart.
He built this.
We got this.
Yeah.
This was way back in the Old Testament when the book of Habakkuk, when God told Habakkuk to write the vision down.
Right.
Write it down, make it plain, for he that reads it can remember it.
Right.
So we didn't just come up with this
idea.
Principle.
Yeah.
It's been around forever because it works.
And I like the word that you use, principle.
Yes.
And we know that principles are strong.
They're not going anywhere.
You cannot change them.
You cannot change
them. If I said this is the principle, the sun goes up in the mornings.
It comes down at night.
And comes back down at night. Exactly. We can't change that. We can't stop it.
And we don't understand it always. Just because I don't understand the laws of gravity, it doesn't mean it's not going to work.
Right.
Because I don't understand it. But when I go up, guess what? I'm coming down. Unless I got some boosters under me,
right,
that's going to make me, exceed the laws of gravity. So the same thing about setting goals. Right. And just because the old people have said ignorance is no excuse. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean it don't work.
Right. Right.
Because goal setting is very important part of our lives, and we tell our guys when they come to us, they got 3 months with us, and we ask them for the next 3 months, what are some of your goals?
Right.
What do you want to do in the next 3 months?
Right.
Find a place to stay at. Well, first of all, find a job.
Yes.
A good job, and then we'll assist them in finding jobs. Not just a job of working at McDonald's, which is McDonald's is okay, but McDonald's will turn into a permanent full-time position.
Right.
So that's why we could create a staff agency to help them create jobs that's going to go into a permanent full-time position. That's one of the goals that they have. Another one is get kind of acclimated back with your family.
Yes. That's one of the important ones.
Yes. One of the main ones is getting now back acclimated with your family.
Right. Glenn, I'm going to stop you for one moment, and hopefully I don't cause you any problems with losing a thought, but I want to welcome our viewers who are just joining us. I know that we were already engaged when you came on board, but just letting you know, please like our page on Facebook and share the link. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, and then hit the bell notification and share that link also. Yes. So continue, sir.
Yes. So again, goal setting is very, very important part of our everyday life. And again, we set goals every single day, all day. Whether it's, I'm going home tonight. The goal is to get home. Sure. Well, how am I going to get there? I got to choose how I'm going to get there. I'm going to walk. I'm going to catch the bus. I'm going to drive.
Absolutely.
So we understand that principle, but what our part we're trying to make is make sure that principle is in your bigger life as well.
Right.
When you're choosing to buy a car this year, you might not qualify for it now. Your credit may not be good, but you sit down and work out a goal. How am I going to get my credit repaired in order to be able to buy a car at the end of the year?
Absolutely.
So you go out and you make sure you pay your payments on time. You make sure you're doing all those things that you need to do on time in order to get qualified for a car. And you put the money away aside for the down payment. So those are the goals that we have to set. They're small goals, but those are the ones that and one of the things I talk about in the book Chat and Chew is I call him a past present thinker.
Past present thinker. Okay.
And it's kind of going on line with the goal setting.
And all right, let's hear what this
and future present thinker.
Oh, so two more. I mean, it's another thing too. Yeah. So past present thinker.
A past present thinker.
Versus
a past present versus a future present thinker.
Okay.
A past present thinker is your past is dictating your present.
Okay. Break it down.
Your past is dictating your present.
Okay.
Which means I've had a bad relationship. Let's use it for an example.
Okay.
And because I had a bad relationship, that's controlling my present. Because now I don't want to get involved in nobody because of that bad relationship that I had.
Right.
So my past now is dictating my present.
I get it.
A future present thinking means my future is dictating my present. For instance, I want to go to get my GED. What do? My future now, because I'm setting a goal to get my GED. My future now is dictating my present.
Right.
What do I mean by that? Because now, in order for me to get my GED, what do I have to do in the present? I had to get on the phone.
Yes.
I had to register for a school.
Right.
I had to choose which school to go to.
Right.
I had to, find out what I need to enroll.
Right.
I had to pay the money because my future is dictating my present.
Right. Instead of just sitting home saying, I wish I could get a GED.
Yes. But the person who had a bad relationship, their past is dictating the future.
Right.
The present. Right. Because my past hurt. I started a business and it failed. It just flopped. So I don't want to go start another business because that might fail.
Right.
So my past is dictating my future.
Right.
And so we have to go from a past present thinker to a future present thinker.
Perfect.
Future present thinker means my future is dictating my present.
So that means when obstacles come about, we're still on target because we know what the end game should be.
Exactly.
And that's to get my GED.
Exactly. If I fall, I'm falling forward.
Right.
I'm going to get up.
Yes.
If I get sidetracked, I'm going to get up because my goal is to get my GED. My goal is to get my car. My goal is to, whatever your goal is, you have to put the things in step in order to get there. Now, you may not get there when you say you want to do it. Move the goalposts.
Okay.
Just keep working until you get it.
And the main thing we always tell our guys is don't give up.
Don't give up.
Quit. Don't quit on yourself,
Yes.
Because it's not us that you're quitting on.
Yes.
Only you're quitting on yourself.
Yes. And James, I wrote this. This is the first book I wrote. I love this little book.
It's
called Chat and Chew. I wrote it in 2015.
Right.
It's 30 inspirational short stories. And anybody want this book, just write me.
You just have to call us.
Call me. We'll send it to you free of charge.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to sell books. Mm-hmm. But I really do think there's some good stuff in this book.
Absolutely.
That you could get. And that story I talked about is in this book. It's called Birds, not Birds Flock Together. Yeah, the bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And I said, why can't I have both?
Okay.
And I talked about goal settings in this particular book.
All right.
We all heard it. The bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
So I'm a little bit from the country. I still don't have my country card.
The country card,
They haven't given it to me. But I do remember a bird in the hand versus two birds in the bush.
Yes.
What that means, and that means is if you don't be too greedy, if you got something now, keep that one, and don't worry about those other two.
Yes.
But your title is suggesting
you can have
one
both.
You got and get
the
other two.
Okay,
let's see.
I was like, why can't you have both?
Right.
The theory is, if I let those two go, I might not get the one in the bush.
Right.
And I lost everything.
Right.
But my pushback to this, why can't I have both?
Okay.
Why can't I keep the what I got in my hand and go get the two in the bush?
Yeah.
And you can. Mm-hmm. And that talks about goal setting. It talks about putting things in order and working your plan and planning your work.
Okay.
Another thing I talk about in that particular story, James, I'm glad you brought this up. James is the one to pick out the subjects, and he's like, I got an idea, and we talk about it, and then we run with it. So when you got, and I always get this mixed up, far-sighted people versus nearsighted people.
Now let's put a question out to our viewers.
Yes.
What does it mean to be nearsighted? And we got to get your comments on this. And what does it mean to be farsighted? So make it quick, please. We just want your comments. What is nearsightedness and what is farsightedness? Or I like how our production is going to write this for us. And it says, what is the difference between nearsightedness and farsightedness? So either way, feel free to chime in the chat box.
Yes.
Please put it out there for us so that we can read your answers before Dr. Glen gives you the answer, And if
and I get them mixed up, James.
That's okay. We got Siri on hold.
We got Siri
on standby. She'll help us if we. And I know I do too, because we were going at each other. What is it?
Farsighted means I can't see far. Mm-hmm. Another means I can't see near.
Okay.
And nearsighted means I can't see near. But we know one of them. Is it farsightedness means I don't see near, I see things far. Mm-hmm. And nearsighted means I don't see far, I see things near.
Okay.
And either one. But the point is, either one of them can be easily corrected by buying glasses.
Sure.
That's the point.
Right.
That's the point. Whether you're nearsighted or whether you're farsighted, that's not the issue. Mm-hmm. Because those things can be easily corrected.
Right.
When you go to the store, the doctor, and he say, you know what, you're farsighted. Here's the prescription lens that will help you see far and near.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So farsighted people, I call them the people that live in the future.
Okay.
They always said, I'm about to do something. Mm-hmm. I'm about to go to school. Mm-hmm. We say it coming up. I'm fitting to do something.
Right.
We say fitting. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start doing exercise.
That's part of my English.
Yes. I'm gonna, and we always, I'm gonna, mm-hmm. But we don't do it. Mm-hmm. I call them the future people, the farsighted people, because they live in that area. I'm going to do this, but they never do it. Mm. Nearsighted people, I call them the people that live in the now.
Okay.
They don't plan for the future. Mm. They just live day by day by day. They don't set goals. Mm-hmm. They don't put things in place. Yeah. They just live day by day. I get up and do my thing day by day by day.
And you always hear that term too. I live check to check.
Yes.
And again, you get up, you go to work, come home, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And start it all over again. You just accept and do.
It's like putting your life on autopilot. Mm-hmm. There's times, James, when I leave here to go home, I'm on autopilot.
Right.
I go straight home. I'm not thinking about anything really, but I stop at every stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
I do the speed limit.
Right.
I make every turn, and I'm pulling in my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really on autopilot.
Right.
There's people who live their life on autopilot.
Okay.
They get up every day. They go to school. They go to work.
Mm-hmm.
They do everything they do, but they are not present to the moment.
Sure.
They're just doing the autopilot thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day they wake up, and when they, whatever age it is, they realize now they're sitting in the rocking chair of regret because the things that they could have done, that they should have done, they didn't do.
Right.
Because they didn't put on those corrective lens.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're a now person or whether you are a future person, put on the corrective lens and fix both of them. So we need to be foresighted and nearsighted at the same time.
With our corrective
lens.
Our lens, yes.
And the corrective lens is being around people who's going to motivate you, who's going to hold you accountable to, you set those goals and say, hey, whether it's your wife, whether it's your friend, they say, this is what I want to do in the next 6 months. This is what we want to be in the next 6 months.
Right.
And you hold each other accountable. Instead of going out to eat at night, we got to save money. So what we're going to do, we're going to stay at home. Mm-hmm. Because those are some goals that we need to set as a family.
Right.
And so again, we talk to our guys about being foresighted, about journey maps. And, and procrastination, James, is one of the things we all.
It's one of my buddies. Because we talk every day.
Yes, because we procrastinate and we are all guilty. Mm-hmm. So we all live in this nearsighted, farsighted world from time to time. The issue is which one's taking over the most.
Right. And both can be detrimental.
Both can be detrimental if it's not properly, but if we put on those corrective lenses, we can have the bird in the hand
and the two
in the bush.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we're going to turn this right back around and show how it affects our children.
Yes.
Because if we are doing these things, then our children can learn from us.
They're watching us. They're watching mom and daddy playing their life. We're sitting out at the table and we're explaining to them, well, we're not going to be going to, we got goals we got to do. We got to buy a house. We got to buy a car. We got to do this thing. We got to do that. And they'll see the manifestation of it.
I saw a TV commercial where the child, and I'm not going to say boy or girl, I'm just going to say the child, asked their mom for a bike and showed the mother what bike he wanted, or she. But the spokesman of the commercial actually said, why don't you show them how to not only get the bike, but to get all the other things that they want,
Wow.
And then they could have their own debit card or cash app so that they can go cut grass.
Right.
And money goes into that card. And they can go do chores for a neighbor or something, and money goes to that card. But it's teaching them a lot of different things, how to save money and how to pay for things instead of saying, I want, can I have, those kinds of questions.
Right.
So, but we always want to refer back to our children and let we always want our viewers to know how important they are.
Yes, to live that life in front of them, that they can grasp it and they can learn by example.
Absolutely.
They learn by example.
Well, it looks like
that 30 minutes.
It went by fast. It went by fast, but that's okay. I think next week I heard some suggestions from some of our staff in terms of what types of content we can bring forward, to some of our lives, and without saying a lot, they were volunteering to come on with us, and so I'm going to hold some of them to their feet to the fire on that statement. And I think it would be nice to hear how some of our guys are prospering right now. Some of the setbacks they've experienced, but they didn't let that get them down. So I think we'll go ahead and book them. I'll get about 2 or 3 lined up, and we'll be bringing them forward so that our
Yes,
viewers
yes,
can get
yes,
to talk
yes,
to them
yes.
or at least hear their story
Right.
of how they're managing.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep.
All right.
So
Well,
we're going to leave with this quote.
Yes.
I think this quote that we got out of the story is, "Your now is a bridge to your future."
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're going to start posting some of my quotes.
Yes.
Start running those on a regular basis. I like the picture of them sitting like this, and then let Jazzy put a quote up on the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give it to me one more time.
Your now is a bridge to your future.
Great.
In other words, what are you doing right now? Is a bridge to your future. If you do nothing right now, your future's gonna be full of nothing.
I got some work to do.
If you're doing some good things now, your future is gonna be good because it's in the now.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing in the now,
it's
going to eventually be your future.
There's so much of our material that builds on the other,
yes,
on the other, and it's just a wonderful thing when you can see it all come together.
Yes. Yep.
But we're going to leave you with that thought, and we're looking forward to seeing our viewers next week.
Next Thursday at 8:05.
8:05.
See you there and tag us, and as well as go back and send this to your friends.
Definitely share this.
Share this with your friends, and you can listen to it while you're putting the kids to bed.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
After you put the kids to bed, couldn't say it that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good week.
Yep. Have a good night. Here's 3 ways you can support our Dads at a Distance initiative. Give a copy to a family member, our friend. Donate monthly, a book monthly, 5 books monthly, how many books you want to do monthly donation. Reverse book signing, your church, your business. You can make a donation go to our website at www.afatherforever.com and go to our PayPal at Fathers Forever. Our Cash App is $Fathers Forever. Make your donation today. Please include in the note section, include DAAD. Again, include in the note section DAAD.
If you or someone you know would like to be a part of the show, please visit our website at www.afatherforever.com or call us at 919-779-9905. The Chat and Chew podcast streams Thursdays at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. To schedule a reverse book signing or to find out more information about how you can become a part of the programs you've heard us mention today, please be sure to stop by our website as well.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fathers Forever University. My name is Glen and I will be your instructor. Fathers Forever University is a remote learning experience where we take our 12-week class and we meet here every Thursday night from 6 until 7, and we talk about fatherhood. We talk about domestic violence. We talk about where your child support money is going. We teach classes about fatherhood and how important it is to be in your child's life. So these 12 weeks is going to be very important for you guys to understand and the concept of fatherhood and what we're trying to teach you. Fathers Forever University is broken down into 12 weeks, and you can start at any time during those 12 weeks. The key to it is finishing those 12 weeks. Every lesson is in lecture format, where you listen to that lecture, and then on Thursday nights, we discuss that lecture. The Thursday night discussion is where your homework will be due. Part of your homework assignment every Thursday night is to, 1, we'll ask you the question, what did you learn? And the second question, how am I going to apply what I learned? We also have specific assignments for each lesson in the notes below. This has been an introduction into Fathers Forever University. Now let's get started in lesson 1.